cat. This is the house room. The room in which the house is being made. There it is right there. In parts. There's some more of it. There's some more of it. Very dusty and splintery in here. There are all the computer parts. Whoop. Ooh, out of focus. Nah, not much to be said about that. Let's go into... Woo! Oh yeah, well we can show you this. Working code and whatnot. Let me turn it on. That's broken, but that's besides the point. So this is the ongoing track, and the solar cell is right here.
Between what you say, you want,
ta-da!
you're really ready.
Whoop! Back to the ongoing track. Hurrah! Working code. Turn that off. Save a tree or something like that. Okay, and then we go. Oh, we might as well show you this. The workshop / death trap. And all that junk. This mask was a saver of my life. But probably not my cat's life, but you know, they have 9. So I'm sure breathing in resistor dust isn't too bad for them. And then we'll go into here. There's a box of people. Don't worry, it's not the only one. It's like the 4th. And here's some stuff that I had extra latex, so I just made some crazy things that I'll probably never use, but they're there. Maybe I'll use them. Who knows? And this is the setup. This isn't probably good to breathe in either, but hey, while we're on the train, you might as well write it all the way. This is new, I don't think. This is a new mold I made. This is the original mold. Tricolor, bicolor, curious. This is the new one. And actually, it's about time to crack them. Maybe we'll do that in front of you, or in front of the camera, or in front of the internet. Let's do that. Okay, fun time in the kitchen. Or that's what it used to be. So it's a good thing I made this extra mold, because the integrity of these molds are dwindling. This one I tried with the strange figures, and I didn't worry about the undercuts, because I figured it was latex and they would just bend. Which they do somewhat, or at least in the beginning. Sometimes I just crack in half, like this one just did. If we pull them out gently, we have a half a person. And then sometimes their heads break off like that, but that's okay. We can stick him to something. And here are his legs. They don't always break in half. I'd say about 40% of the time. Oh, and this is a happy mistake. Since the integrity of the molds are breaking, some chunks were falling off. Chunks. Chunks. That made the people their shapes. But, happy accident, if we clean him off a little bit. Let's just do that right now. We'll just clean him off a little bit. It kind of looks like he's coming out of a, you know, if I put this against the side, I don't know. It kind of blends in. Makes him look like he's protruding from a rock format. Who knows. Okay. That happened on 2 of them. This guy too. Let's pull him out. His arm always breaks off. This one's not as pronounced, but still the same effect. Kind of, sort of. Maybe a little less so in this one. And number 4. There we go, number 4. So that's the new mold. That wasn't a particularly good batch, but not the worst by far. Just smack all this stuff off. Well, we can do that later. And this is the old mold. Sometimes this one turns out great still, even though there's leaks all over it. And sometimes he doesn't. This would be one of those cases where he doesn't. But here's what guy 1, he never has a head anymore, arms. Sometimes he has a head. But who can blame him? This is new. This guy usually comes out whole. Of course, for the documentation, he would come out in parts. But parts are okay. Parts count too. And this guy, headless. Here's his head. We'll just throw that out. And this guy. And his head just popped off. So yeah, so a bunch of headless figures, but 8 in total. Probably shouldn't be making these anymore, but hey, I have a big old bag of plaster, so why not take 10 minutes and make 8 more people? And that's the case.